everyone!
Hi!
Welcome. It's Friday.
Welcome to Friday.
Y'all survived. You made it until the end of the week.
Proud of you.
And you're alive, mostly. Hopefully we don't have any
or
like
you're
half dead
barely
people
holding
out
on.
there. Shelby.
Jade,
We're barely
I'm so,
holding on.
I'm so proud of you for being first. I saw your name, but I got so
Jade's
excited.
first?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Way to go, Jade. Way to be a winner.
Yeah.
Paint Liquor, not winning quite as well today. Second place, strong finish, not quite the best. Lucked out, Jade. My stream glitched. What's up, Ghost Hunter? We got Oak Ren in here, Video Game Archaeologist, Blood Walrus, Cannibal Zombie, Restream Bot, Ben, hello, Bean, hello, Bakamaru, Chuck the Mead Man, Panic Bomb Arcade, Big Cheese, General Ginkgo, hello, Jade. We got all the fun people in here today.
All of them. Iron Bullfrog, thank you for the follow. I love that username.
Iron Bullfrog?
Yeah.
The bullfrog of
That
the
is
iron variety.
fantastic. Aww, Cannibalistic Zombie's cat came to sit on their lap to watch the stream.
That is so awesome. I'm
That's-
jealous. I love cats.
That's adorable.
I like me some cats.
I'll be honest, I'm more of a dog person, but
How dare you?
I can appreciate a cute cat when I see one.
That's right. That's what I like to hear.
So,
I also think I'm going to audible the metallic color in this army for future models painted, not this one, to magnesium.
what were you doing the copper before?
Well, I'm still going to have copper, but I think magnesium is going to work better than the dark silver that I was using.
The silver is definitely more of a cool tone.
Yep.
Whereas the magnesium would add a little bit of warmth.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. think it'll
Yeah,
look
I
really
know
nice.
colors.
I mean,
What can I say?
sorta.
Avian, thanks for the sub. Go back to our back in stock. It is a great day. Gordon, do you have any fun weekend plans?
Let's see here. So we're hanging out tonight. We got a whole bunch of our crew.
Yeah, you guys are going to Old World, right?
Yes, we are. So we're gonna do that. That'll be fun. And then we are. Let's see here. I am going to be playing a game of Horus Heresy with a friend tomorrow. Maybe do a little bit of hobbling. We're not hobbling anybody.
Light just turned on again.
It did. It got really bright.
It's so bright. It's really washing me out.
Very. Yeah. Shelby's like, oh no. I now look like a pasty vampire.
Yeah, what's up with that? Well, that's fun. I think I might be. I'm babysitting tonight, and I think that the people I'm babysitting for might be going to play games.
Oh, that's actually hilarious.
So.
I mean, if I were to spend money on a babysitter, it would definitely be so that I could go play games or do something fun.
Yeah.
So I can understand that
Yeah, I mean,
for sure.
not gonna blame them.
Yeah, it turns out magnesium, pretty freaking awesome color. I like this a lot. Don't worry, folks. We plan on having Jason here in a little bit.
In a wee bit.
He's partaking of lunch,
I forgot to turn my
enjoying
light on.
a fine bit of
Oh no, it is on.
Taco Bell,
I don't like that color though.
and then he will be joining us at some point here in the near future.
Chuck, you will be seeing me, Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
Phil,
Uh-huh, that guy.
Jabe,
Uh-huh, also that guy.
and Jason at Gen Con.
So many of us.
It's a big party.
I don't know if I would call it a big party.
Oh, it's a party.
I forget, you actually have never been to Gen Con before.
No. But I have no fear.
It's brand new.
I've
Oh.
enjoyed all the other ones, so
All new.
it'll be great. Jade, there's not a ton wrong with looking like a vampire. I just don't personally want to. You know?
It's not Shelby's style.
It's my thing.
I feel like I want that to be copper. Nah, maybe not.
Any update on primer spray cans and glaze medium?
Glaze and wash medium being back in stock? Is that what you're asking for?
Probably.
I do not have any updates for you. As soon as we know, and I have actionable intel, you will certainly be notified.
I'm sure if it's out of stock, it will be in stock
Soon. Yeah. Generally, the things that are out of stock, or soon to be out of stock, are the things that generally get filled first. So,
yeah.
Unless there's something that takes priority over it, it will generally be coming back into stock very quickly.
As for the spray cans,
That's a bigger, longer conversation.
I have no idea.
I have not anything to do with. So, I have no information for you.
Yeah. Hi, Vector. Welcome.
Hello, Vector.
Video game archaeologist, that does sound like a party. Won't lie.
What's happening?
You know it's a real party if you're blasting various Power Rangers themes, which apparently Amazon put Sailor Moon and Power Ranger themes on the same channel.
Oh, interesting.
It's interesting. I just work here. Everyone that's not Jason. Sometimes.
Hey, look, there are times where I have lots of information that I can share with you. About that specific thing, I do not.
Yeah. Hi, Papa Chicken. Did you call for chaos? Because it did work. If that's what you...
We got Shelby.
If that's what you prayed for, I'm here.
I am here. I have arrived, and I
can't make any promises about how chaotic the stream is going to be, but... You know me. Something's bound to happen.
I do know you. And you are an avatar of chaos.
A bringer, if you will.
A bringer of doom. A doomer of destruction.
He didn't prime over the Space Marine. I saw it. Unless you primed it after I saw it. You know, if you do that, I can just get on you again about it.
Nope.
Because it's not about you painting pink, it's about me having...
The painted thing?
The painted thing.
I see now. You just want me for my painting ability. I understand. This is where our friendship lies. In the dust of unpainted miniatures.
See, I don't see it, so maybe you did prime over it. I can't tell.
It's here, it's just on the shelf.
Oh.
Cleaned up my working space a little bit.
Look at you.
You know, just being...
So productive.
Productive.
Oh no, Chatterplot has been foiled. I wanted it from the very beginning. That's the whole reason he started painting it. He started painting it in February for the pink challenge, because that's what I chose.
It is what you chose for your birthday challenge.
For my birthday challenge, and I convinced both Jason and Jordan to paint something pink. And Jason was not hard to convince. Jordan was a little bit harder, actually.
It wasn't the right time.
I had to really put in work to get that thing painted.
Hey, look, I'm just saying, you don't just get stuff painted here for free. That's not how this works.
I pay you in friendship. I thought there was no episode of Adventures in Machine Shops today, but Jade reminded me there was. President of the old machine shop and president of the new machine shop know each other very well. Interesting. Old president called new president and literally screamed over the phone for new president stealing employees. Yikers. That's all I have to say about that.
Well, maybe President 1 would probably treat it their employees better,
Yeah.
so that President 2 didn't have any opportunities to steal said
Yep.
employees from
Seems like a
President
make your
1.
bed and lie in it sort of situation.
Accurate. Yes, very accurate.
Sounds like low stress work, Chuck. If somebody yelled at me, I think I would start crying.
Chubby!
Well, I know that's fake.
I think I would be hard pressed to find something to truly get angry at you about.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't think it would ever happen, but
I mean, I'm like a pretty even keeled kind of guy. I don't generally get very angry at things or people. I do occasionally, but very rarely. Jason has seen it happen once, and he laughed because it surprised him. Yeah.
my
Thought it was quite interesting.
my anger is more like how do I put this? It's less fiery rage and more like bubbling rage. So I get like frustrated, and then it kind of just like it'll simmer,
And then you get even.
and then it'll get like no, just like the way it displays itself. Like I don't yell, but I get like frustrated and short.
I don't get mad. I get even.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, guy. You can cool it on that one.
Ghost Hunter wants me to ask you to show him how to thin paints like an artist and not like a monkey. Please.
Is this Ghost Hunter?
Yeah.
Well, the stuff probably should go away if you're thinning paint.
Yeah.
Don't make monkey sounds.
You don't need the monkey sounds.
And you won't be a monkey. Also, if you're trying to thin... Okay.
Papa Chicken, I agree. It does take a lot of energy to get angry.
Right. Remember, we don't really thin our paints a ton. We just get a damp brush and we mix it into the paint. And then we remove all the excess paint and then we paint with it. If you are trying to thin it down more, then your brush is just going to be a little bit more damp. Now, I'm not damp versus wet, right? Like dripping water, that's wet.
You don't want that?
Damp is if you hold your brush like this. This is hard to do on here. with a brush tip down, then paint will not fall or water won't fall off your brush. If you do this and paint is dropping off of your brush, it is wet. If it is not, or if it looks like it will, it is also wet. If it's not,
It's damp.
it's damp.
Hi, Wad. Welcome.
That's the best way that I can articulate to you without physically showing you in person and having you like feel it. Like what sort of viscosity or thinness of paint you should have when trying to add water to our paint.
Okran, I definitely feel like it is. Because then a lot of times I can actually catch myself before I do anything I regret. So I can acknowledge, oh, I'm just frustrated right now and I just need to take a minute or eat something. I get hangry. That's my thing. I get pretty badly hangry. It's gotten way better, but when I was younger, it was bad. Ghost Hunter, you should come to Gen Con. I dare you. Mike said, Jordan, are you just painting the spearhead of Skaven or the whole Skaventide box on stream?
I mean, I don't know how much I'm going to get to paint on stream, but my current plan is to paint this whole army, not just the spearhead. I do have other things that I need to paint, notably one dragon and one golden demon entry, of which I am currently in the process of prepping at home.
I don't think I've actually seen the model that you're doing
For
Golden Demon.
I'll show it to you later.
Which reminds me that I actually need to start on mine.
You got less than a year, Shelby. Yeah, like 9
I've always had less than a year, but yeah.
Correct. You're having less and less and less of a year as the days go by.
Yeah, as the year goes. I'm just in such a different, like, creative mood right now.
That's okay.
Well, not when I have to get this done.
There's no rule that says you gotta get this done. Only your strong feelings of despair and, lack of getting it done feeling as the rest of us finish around you.
Yeah.
Plus that Moose Daddy. I do have the Moose Daddy. Also, we have some cool new things that we're going to be painting here in a minute that Jason will likely be inclined to show you here on stream.
Papa Chicken, I do sort of paint. I have lots of models that I want to paint. But I've only been painting for, I don't know, it's like January. I've not been painting for very long, so I can't teach you anything. Oh, Golden Demon and Spiel? No, I wish.
Nope, no way am I getting a model done for that.
Nope.
Not happening.
Golden Demon at Adepticon. He'll end up with 2 if Dragon Boy is not done before 6 months of delivery. That's why I said he should work on his Snake Boy when he gave me the chance to choose. It sounds like your little Smaug friend is a ticking time bomb. Jordan.
It's not.
Kinda sounds like it. Kinda sounds like it though.
Nice try there. I see what you're trying to do.
I tried. Did my best. To no avail.
To no avail.
I can only convince him to do so much. I've used up all of my convincing power on the pink mech,
Yeah,
so
she burned all of her.
I've got to let it
power on the
accrue
pink.
for a bit, and then I can channel it.
Using some copper here on top of the magnesium.
It's not a ticking time bomb, it's laying silent in wait. Yeah, that too. Kind of the same thing, though. Hi, Ben.
Hello!
Thanks for dropping in.
What's up, Ben?
I'm excited to see whatever cool thing you're showing off. Whatever could it be?
I know Jason is going to want to have that opportunity to show stuff off as soon as he becomes available again.
Yeah, I don't know when that will be, though.
Don't know.
He always keeps us waiting.
Turns out, Ben's got a lot of stuff going on.
Turns out he's busy.
Yep.
Weird how that happens.
Yeah, just, who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, he's got a Taco Bell meeting. Yeah. He has a meeting with the old Taco Bell.
He does have a Taco Bell meeting. Although I think he is off doing stuff now.
As he should.
My Taco Bell meeting was very short-lived.
It was 10 minutes.
I did not finish the Taco Bell meeting.
Jordan was shoving chips and queso into his mouth before stream.
I was in a bit of a hurry, for sure.
It was very funny.
I'm gonna be honest, I have not had any issues with the Taco Bell up here.
Have
really
there been
not.
issues?
No, it's just like the Taco Bell over here doesn't make me sick.
Oh, gotcha.
Like I can eat Taco Bell from this place fine. Doesn't bother me. Meanwhile, my friends in other states eating Taco Bell, not having a great time.
That sucks for them.
It sucks for them. I love that you're just like, screw those guys.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
They're not me. I don't have to
Can't
care.
have Taco Bell? I'm sorry for you.
All right, we're painting all the warp stone.
Oh, I never actually saw any of that.
Oh yeah,
What color are you using right now?
this is green.
Just green.
Just green.
It
It's
looks
a nice little base coat for
it
it,
looks so much brighter than
right? Well, it's got a white undercoat, right? So it's gonna be brighter as a result.
yeah.
And the contrast of it against the darker colors, the darker palette that's going on with this guy,
Yeah.
definitely makes it pop a lot more.
Yeah.
And we're gonna brighten it up too. It's gonna get nice and bright and shiny,
Bright and shiny.
glowy.
Jigsaw, you did not miss the news. We still have not shared the news.
Yep, news. I will not do that news without Jason being here. I feel like I would be remiss in my duties.
It would be very upsetting.
Yeah.
Jade, I would love to. Let's do it. I love gelato. If given an option between ice cream and gelato, I will pick gelato every single time.
You should.
I will seek it
As
out.
you should.
I will, yeah.
You know, there's like a couple of good gelato restaurants around here, right?
Where?
There's one. I think there's one just off Indian School or Camel. I think it's Camelback. It's up on Camelback over past the 50.
What's it called?
I don't know, but you can Google it. I found it on Google.
Maybe I need some gelato today.
That actually sounds pretty dope.
It sounds so good.
That sounds quite delightful.
There's a place in. Have you been to the Scottsdale Quarter?
You know, I've spent very little time in Scottsdale.
Okay.
Um,
There's an ice cream place where they use I think they use liquid nitrogen. I think it's liquid nitrogen. It might not be liquid. They use nitrogen in some form to
like
freeze.
nitro ice cream.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
freeze their ice cream.
I have had that sort of stuff before.
And it makes it kind of like a gelato consistency.
Yeah, it
love
gets a
it.
weird consistency.
It's so good. That's what I love about gelato. News Core is going to be joining every stream from now on. That would be fantastic. That's not. It is not another go backfire.
I'm digging how this guy's coming along. That nice little bit of green really adds a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna make this copper. I was gonna make this shoulder pad copper. I think it would be too much if I did it. That's not copper. This is copper.
Oh, I see.
Oh no.
Jade, you know the way to
She's
my
in.
heart.
You know the way to my heart.
That's what that sounds like. She said the gelato place also has gin cocktails. We know how I feel about gin.
I do. I am aware of how you feel about gin. Your preferences for gin, as it were.
I like the blue one. The
The
indigo.
Bombay Sapphire or whatever.
No,
it's
not that one. The indigo Empress gin.
called. Oh, so fancy. So fancy.
Yeah, not Bombay. Come on now.
Where is the brown that I was using? Oh, here. This will work.
Video game archaeologist, I support you. Do it.
I'm making a martini tonight.
Vector, I don't call it gelato. Like they call it like creamistry or whatever. That's the name of the place, but I don't refer to it as gelato because I know that it's not, but the texture is just very much like gelato, and so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, the difference between ice cream and gelato is very interesting.
Mm-hmm. I honestly don't know the difference.
Okay. So one of the two, I believe that gelato has less air in it than ice cream does.
That would make sense.
It is a denser is probably a good word to use here. Form of ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Where ice cream is a lot fluffier and more aerated.
Yeah.
Through the churning process.
That makes sense. I wonder what the process is for both of them.
Well, ice cream is typically churned, right?
Right.
I don't remember exactly how gelato works. I have done the research for this before. It's been a while, and I don't really remember.
I need to do that. It's been a while since I've researched a useless topic.
Whoa, hold on now.
It's kind of useless.
Is this useless?
A little bit.
We're talking about some of the best ice cream topics in the world here.
Yeah, 100%. However,
I'm just saying. Gelato is really important for us to know about.
This knowledge is only important in times like this, which don't happen often for me.
Wow. You need to have more fun, Shelby.
Yeah, maybe I just need to talk about gelato more.
Yeah.
Gelato's from Italy and therefore better.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I can't argue with that.
I do love Italy, though.
The amount of times I had gelato when I was traveling in Italy was obscene.
You traveled in Italy?
Mm-hmm.
When did you do that?
For my winter break when I was living in Germany.
Take a nice little trip.
Yeah.
Down to Italy.
Yeah, we went to a bunch of different cities. So literally in every city that we went to, we stopped and got gelato, like once or twice.
That's funny.
Baby J cooking stream, please. I've heard he makes the best pancakes.
I do make good pancakes.
What makes your pancakes better?
Love. Love.
Okay.
You know, I cook
love,
with a good deal of soul.
Okay, yeah. Gotta have that. Oh my gosh. Cannibalistic zombie, that sounds great. You just finished crocheting a scarf? Send a picture. Either directly to me or just in main chat. I want to see. I'm working on a dress right now. And it's taken me...
I don't know. I feel like you've gotten a lot of work done on it.
Yeah. It's taken me a while.
How like long are you making it? Probably not to the floor, right?
No, it's not gonna be that long, but it is gonna be long-ish. It'll probably like hit just below my knee.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's kind of, I imagine, what I would have expected. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's gonna be like a fun like sundress.
Yeah,
you know?
That was kind of what I imagined.
Yeah.
Would be the case. And a little bit of mahogany here to deepen the brown and the fur. Just give us a little bit of extra color there. Do we go black for that strap around his waist? There's already a lot of brown going on. Ooh, maybe like a pale.
Papa Chicken, I probably wouldn't wear a sundress at night. That's the difference.
That's not the right color. Do we not have a color that works like that? Oh, we do. Okay, I was like, I'm pretty sure we have that color. I'm gonna use some faded green.
Video game archaeologist said I'm up for a Baby J cooking stream. I want to see him do the stir fry recipe I gave him.
Yes, that would be awesome.
One side of the stream is Baby J cooking and the other is Jason painting. Confusing everyone about whether or not to eat the paint. Answer is always
I'm
not.
Gonna be cooking with paint, guys.
Yeah, he's
Come
cooking
on.
with food.
What I am going to make will inherently be edible.
And rats have little pinkish toe beans? Yes. Yes. I would like some pink toe beans, please. Like to see that happen, Jordan.
What's that?
I want this rat to have pink toe beans. Please and thank you. What's cooking? Papa Chicken, a sundress is not about the length of it. Because when you think about like a cocktail length dress is a short dress. But you wouldn't wear a cocktail dress during the day. Because the vibe just doesn't fit the sun. You know what
What?
I mean?
What?
It makes sense.
Shelby, no.
No, it does.
Shelby, I don't understand.
I have a dress
Uh-huh.
that I would never wear during the day because
Okay.
it just does not make sense for me to wear it during the day.
And what about it makes it not make sense to wear?
All
during
of
the
it,
day?
the style, the general vibe.
So maybe I'm just an uneducated dude, bro.
Sounds like you need to think about fashion more.
I probably do. I mean, let's be honest. I wear shorts and t-shirts everywhere.
No, I don't know what you mean. Okay, let me think about this.
I need you to cite your sources and give examples, Shelby.
It's not. Sundresses are usually like maybe they're more flowy and like have an airiness about them. Usually they're like, I mean, they can be long sleeved.
The funny thing is, I know exactly what you're talking about when you say
it really
sundress, by the way.
yeah, it hasn't. Well, Papa Chicken wanted an explanation. I can't explain it to you like you're 5. I don't know how I would do that.
I mean, typically bright, summery colors, also flowy.
Yeah, but even like it has nothing to do with the color or the length or the type of sleeves. It has nothing to do with that. It's all about the vibes.
It's shape and flow, right?
All about the vibes, shape and flow. I like that. Shape, flow, and vibes. We're going with.
I feel that shape and flow are a descriptor for vibes. They're a way to inform the vibes of said article of clothing.
Ghost Hunter. Ghost Hunter said you don't wear the little black dress during the day unless it's for a walk of shame.
Oh my gosh. That's actually hilarious.
That is true. You wouldn't wear the little black dress during the day. Vector said I got started on texture trainer number 1 today. The water here in Mallorca has a ton of chlorine in it. Like too much. Should I be worried?
I'm sorry, what?
The water in Mallorca has a lot of chlorine in it.
Oh.
Should he be worried? Or
I mean, don't like drink it.
well,
I don't think you'll have any
painting?
problems
I
with
don't think
paint.
there would be.
But I've also never tried to paint with like pool water for some obvious reasons.
I don't think they're painting with pool water. I think the water
No,
is
but
just
pool water typically has chlorine in it.
right.
Yeah.
But I think there's just probably more chlorine because of just the cleaning process. But I wouldn't.
My guess
it's
is
probably not
the
pool
concentration of chlorine in the water that you have right now is much lower than would cause problems for paint.
Yeah.
Maybe. Short answer is, don't know. Let me know how it works.
Tech Elf, it's
My assumption is it won't ruin anything.
it's sort of about the fit, but also not really. Sometimes you can have like a form-fitting sundress or a flowy like dress that you would wear at night. Moon dress, if you will.
A moon dress. Shelby's coining the moon dress term.
We have a sundress. Why can't we have a moon dress?
Because you're not allowed to. Because I say so, and what I say goes.
Chlorine.
You definitely don't need to paint when you're painting with water that is potentially contaminated with chlorine.
Oh, there you go. Cannibalistic Zombie added a teeny tiny bit of bleach to the water they used to refill their wet palette. No issues with Pro Killed paints. There you go.
Well, there you go. Alright, I need to brighten this up a touch.
Hi, T. Schmidt.
Keep it darker.
Welcome.
Using a mixture of Shadow Flesh and Light Shadow Flesh to highlight the underside of this guy.
I feel like somebody asked a question. Yeah. Someone said, "Hi guys, does anyone have a recommendation of what to buy if I'm going to paint my first miniature?" Are you asking about like what miniature you should buy or what paint you should buy? There's two separate things.
Well,
The answer will always point here, but
yeah. Yeah, it's just, I mean, I'm going to point you here either way. But a little bit more context will definitely help us give you a really, really accurate answer. But we are happy to offer our suggestions.
Yeah.
If it is new to painting and you're looking for some paints, first off, you're in the right spot. We are Monument Hobbies, and we manufacture all the paints that we're actually using on stream. We make ProAcryl, which is a fantastic line of paints that you can use for all levels of skill, from beginners to master level painters. It is perfect for all levels of your progression in the hobby. If you're looking for miniatures, we make some pretty cool ones. We have our texture trainers. I can show you here. We make these little fun coin texture trainers, which are a great way to kind of practice and have some fun painting on something that's really approachable. They're all one piece. They're really easy to prime and paint. You can buy all three of them together in a bundle, or you can buy just one. They're $25 a piece, which is a really low asking point for a model. Generally speaking, models are a lot more expensive than that. So it's a really, accessible way of getting into having something to paint. Now, it won't be for a game, but it will just be for fun, and you can try all sorts of techniques and fun stuff on it.
That is a shiny beard.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was a beautiful beard.
Yeah. Made of gold, practically.
Yep.
I Am Mortal Kombat also had a question.
Uh-huh.
I got all my stuff in. I can adjust air on the compressor, talking about an airbrush.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At the quick disconnect and then fine tune the trigger. Should I open all air fully and adjust one at a time, or what?
Hold on. I need to read this. I mean, oh, you can adjust the. Are you talking about you can adjust the PSI at the airbrush and at the compressor? So if that's the case, you want to adjust it at the compressor first, and then you can do micro adjustments at the airbrush. So I would set it to like 30 or 40 on the compressor, and then from there you can dial it in more specifically on your airbrush. The reason why this is probably a good way to do it is that if you're just doing it on the airbrush, you're doing more air. You're cutting off more air to lower the PSI. Whereas on the compressor, it's easier to do it in one stage, and then you can fine tune it on the second stage. It shouldn't matter either way, but That's the way I would do it for me.
Papa Chicken said, join us on the Monument Hobby stream where Shelby tries to explain the black magic that is sundresses to those who lack any innate understanding of the dressy ways. I love it. I'll be here all night.
No, I don't think so. I think she's lying to you, chat. She is lying to you.
Okay. Well, no need to get aggressive
She's
about
a
it.
liar. Taking a little bit of bismuth yellow here. Adding it to green. Giving us our nice little step of highlight here. I'm also going to fill these crevices. I think I was talking to somebody. Somebody asked yesterday if I were going to fill the cracks with the green. I think I'm actually going to, because it looks like it would be cool.
That would be very cool.
To have a little bit of that green radiating out.
Yes, I agree. Absolutely. That would be awesome.
Shelby's seal of approval.
I love it.
We're doing it.
Game delay, I am not the more news. I'm not that exciting. But
It is really cool news.
appreciate it.
I cannot do it without Jason being here. I would not. I do not feel comfortable revealing said amazing secrets without him being present.
Mm-hmm.
I
Hi,
know he would be
Hoosiers.
very, very disappointed in that.
You'd be very sad.
So I won't do it. Because I know the man. And I know that he gets really excited to show you guys all the cool new stuff. So I leave it to him.
Yeah.
And if that means we gotta show you on Monday,
Then even more news.
then even more news on Monday.
Yep.
I hope you guys are okay with that.
Well, they're gonna have to be.
Well,
Unfortunately.
yeah.
If it gets to that point.
Got less control over that than I might like.
Hoosiers, crocheting has been good. We were just talking about it, and it devolved into a intense discussion about sundresses.
Did we ever finalize that conversation, Shelby?
No, nobody is understanding what I'm saying, and I don't know how to further.
I feel like I have a pretty good understanding
I
of what
think
you're
you
saying.
do too, and I don't know how to help you understand more. Chat, I'm so sorry. I said what I said. But Hoosiers, your projects sound very fun and very cute. I will need pictures.
Look, I'm just saying, whenever somebody says sundress, I think of like not frilly, but flowy, like somebody wearing like a white or like a tan hat, like a big floofy hat with like a flowy dress, and it's got like floral pattern on it. That's what pops into my head.
Yeah. Again, though, don't let the color restrict your brain.
I mean, I feel light colors. It's definitely not dark colors.
I would disagree. I think a sundress can be a dark color.
I mean, how dark?
It could be black.
No.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I feel like it would be very uncommon for that to be the case. Very uncommon for that to be the case.
Because it's about the fit and the flow.
Right, but color has part of this to do with that. When was the last time you saw somebody wearing a black sundress?
I feel like I see it all the time.
Oh, well. I lose.
I don't personally own black sundresses, but I know
Well, we win.
People that
we win.
do.
She doesn't own one, therefore it doesn't exist.
It's so not true.
Look at that logic, folks.
That's terrible logic.
I like my logic sometimes. It's great.
I don't know, Cannibalistic Zombie. They could be, but I don't think they are. I think they just genuinely don't understand what I'm saying.
Oh,
We have a friend.
Hi.
Blue tack these?
I did.
Hello. What an absolute freaking disaster.
Did
Going on, gang.
Huh.
What's that?
Nothing. Never mind.
I told him to come back Monday.
Smart.
They're out front if you want to go unload the truck by yourself.
No, I'm okay.
No, okay.
Sounds fun, but
It's like they literally. So we have a shipment, gang. Sorry, I'm late. We have a shipment, a full container shipment here, and we only take receipt of shipments from 8 a.m. to noon, right? What time is it?
That's 2:47.
Anyone? Anyone want to help me out here? It is not between the hours of 8 a.m. and noon. And they showed up and they're angry. And I'm like, they said you were open till 4. What? Where is she? Oh, fucking hell. Sorry.
it is Zazen. It is noon somewhere, but it is not noon here.
This time on Adventures in Monument Hobbies. It's alright, well,
He will be back.
he will be back. Ooh, this looks
Ask
cool.
Jason to explain a sundress.
Oh my god, I feel like he would be like, we're not talking about that. Move on.
No, today is not the day for that.
Yeah. Shelby and I can have silly conversations about stupid things. I feel like Jason would probably be less excited to
Yeah.
to share those conversations.
Yes. Jason said a bad word and now I'm scarred for life.
I think it just gives you an idea of how frustrating this occurrence is.
Yeah, I mean it's upsetting when people don't respect
listen.
your time.
Yep.
So I get it. And we are very understaffed today.
We're also just busy in general all the time.
hmm
We're a busy crew. You guys like buying stuff from us? We like providing it.
Yeah.
So, you know, we gotta like make sure we got stuff for you guys.
Yeah.
All right. So we got that nice kind of pulsating green there. A little bit of green flowing into the cracks in the skin.
I like it.
Nice and gross. We're gonna bring this up even brighter too. We're gonna take this pure bismuth yellow. I really love this bismuth yellow. It's such a good color for this kind of like electric green. The warp stone. Are you sure it's called warp stone? I actually don't think it is, which is why I'm like, I'm not sure this is actually supposed to be called this. It's something. Somebody help me. Chat. Save me.
Really quick, Chuck said, I feel like as PG-13 the Monument team is on stream, they're equally piratey sweary in normal life.
I mean, you guys have met me off stream.
That, I would say, is accurate.
Shelby has definitely met me off stream.
I swear like a sailor.
You do?
I'm joking. That's why it's funny.
I'd like you to repeat that in front of
Why
Jason.
it's funny, Jordan.
Why it's funny?
It's Warpstone.
It is
There.
awesome. Okay, great.
Happy.
Creepy, glowy. Don't want that in my skin. Look, if you got this kind of problem, please speak to a dermatologist immediately. And make sure.
Whoa, that scared me.
Really?
Jeez.
Is that like rock hard place type problem for that
I mean,
person?
you know, she's
Yeah.
fine. Like the trucker is this lady. It's funny because she's in a tie-dye like sundress.
You would not believe what we were talking about earlier.
That's so funny.
She's literally in a tie-dye like full-on hippie tie-dye sundress, you know, and she's this you know, like she's hot and flushed cheeks and hair pulled back, and is completely bummed out because the reason they're late is because her truck had a massive air leak, and you know, semi trucks run on air for suspension and brakes, and so they had an air leak at the firewall. She went in. They fixed it late last night or early this morning, and then when they were washing the radiator off after fixing it, they torched the computer.
No.
They got water in the computer block, and so it's like a Freightliner. So they got water in it, so it was glitching out as she was driving, so her dispatch told her to just drive slow. and make sure she stayed safe. So it took her from then to now to get just not but like an hour and a half across Arizona.
Oh my god.
And it took them 8 hours. So she must have driven like city. I don't know. So while I feel bad for her, I am not going to force my employees to stay late on a Friday night when it's 110 degrees outside to unload a truck. I'm just not going to do it. Sorry.
As one of your employees, I thank you for that.
Sorry, I care more about you guys than having those boxes here and her weekend to be better.
Jason?
It just sucks, but whatever.
If it makes you feel any better, we love you.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad because I just had my freaking blood pressure go out of my skull having to deal with this. So,
Well, there is some amount of irony in you.
were you talking about tie-dyed sundresses?
We were talking about sundresses.
sundresses.
She's wearing a tie-dyed sundress and she's not happy.
She's not happy.
She's not happy. When she shows up here and she goes, they told me we could show up till 3:30. I was like, so let me ask you a question. We close the doors, lights out of here at 4.
Yeah.
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 And she goes, well, that ain't happening.
Nope.
I was like, I don't even know what Superman is going to unload that truck in that amount of time, you know? So,
Glad you
But it
understand that.
ain't gonna be us.
yeah, exactly. It's Jordan's fault. Yes, it is Jordan's fault.
I am.
When in doubt, blame Jordan.
Always the person at fault. Always.
You need to
That
use
isn't the proper attitude for a cult leader. I need to just drive him. A lot of people would have, and I hope that it comes across as the right answer. But I'm not doing that to my crew. I mean, it's 3:00 basically on a Friday. We like for our guys and gals to be able to enjoy their lives when they're not at work. And I think it's fairly prohibitive to enjoying your life when you start your weekend by working till like 5:30 or 6
Yeah.
on a Friday in sweltering heat lifting boxes. Now, the boxes aren't heavy, but there's 330 of them,
There's a lot.
And they're not small.
right?
No, they're
It's a full
cumbersome.
40-foot container full of boxes. So, whatever, man. Whatever, man. 8 a.m. on Monday is going to suck, but that's a future us problem.
Yeah.
I would feel calmer if I took the time to put on a sundress or get on a sundress. Those are two totally different statements. You need to think about that for a minute, Game Delay. I need to understand better what you're trying to say. Hire the fire bums to unload the tweaker network outside. Only half the boxes actually make it into our building.
Yeah.
One for you and one for the pawn shop. One for you and one for the pawn shop.
On the bright side, we do have some cool
Hey, look,
stuff.
it says, good guy Fuse, you're fired. Wait, you can't fire me, can you? Technically, you're my boss, but you guys fire me with your wallets.
And they probably won't be firing you.
Jason would make chat unload the boxes if we were closer. Nope, not on a Friday, I wouldn't.
It's true.
Nobody
Any other
that I
day?
like is going to start unloading a truck at 3 p.m. on a Friday in Arizona. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if all of you understand. Like, we unloaded a 40-foot container yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? A 40-foot container yesterday with like 8 or 9 people working on it completely the whole time. Took nearly an hour and a half,
Yeah.
right? So, yeah, that ain't going to happen.
And it
What
was-
kind of commie gives their workers live-work balance? Well, don't go that far. They're still probably here more than they're with their loved ones, but, you know. We respect that time, and we don't want to intrude outside of that time if we don't have to.
Well, the other part.
Like, I hate when we come back and we say, hey, we're open for overtime. The crew really doesn't mind. A lot of people like earning overtime. I hate having to be in a situation where we offer
we have to
overtime.
ask for it.
Not from a money standpoint, but I don't like people to be
Yeah.
here longer. I feel like the company is not doing its job correctly if my people have to be here longer than our normal opening hours. Period. I feel bad when you stay till 5. What do? I yell at you. Why are you still here?
You do yell at me. He does.
Gabe,
I kid
everybody.
you not, he does
Like,
yell at
get
me.
out of here. Go home. Stop here.
Sometimes we gotta do it, but I appreciate that the thought is given.
Video game archaeologists, we're gullible and willing to help in unreasonable ways for friends. Well, I appreciate that. Come down here and unload this truck. She's probably still out front. Ghost Hunter says, fine, I'll start unloading the truck. I'm on my way. I'll tell her to wait. She's right out front.
Is she still here?
I don't know. I mean, she's probably got to figure out. I mean, you know, understand how a trucker works is they drop that trailer, they get it unloaded, they go drop that trailer at a depot and pick up a full one and go back whichever way is home
She has to
or
figure out
vice
where to put
versa.
the-
Now that she can't drop her trailer, she's probably stuck here for the weekend, or they assign another driver for Monday and she goes home and hauls
Yeah.
another trailer someplace else. I hope that's what happened because I don't like to know that it is a bad time for the trucker either. But That's not something I can control.
Nope.
So I don't worry about that. When will there be a series of Pro Acryl paints with tasty flavors? None.
Yeah.
None, never, nope.
They did
If
have
you don't like the donkey butt flavoring we use now, out of luck.
That's true.
Shelby, has it worked more than she's with her loved ones? Well, Shelby doesn't love anybody, technically.
That's
Whoa.
exactly where my brain went.
Like if you really squeeze her, you find out the evil beneath the bright
Shiny
exterior.
exterior. Yeah.
I feel attacked
The
right
Satan inside.
Whoa.
Okay, so
That's
you need
crazy.
proof. You need simple proof. Yesterday we went to Cane's. Was that yesterday?
That was yesterday.
Yesterday we went to Cane's. Okay, I do not like Cane's supposed Texas toast. Right? So Shelby, being all buoyant, and that, she's like, "Oh, hey, Jason, you don't want your toast, do you?" And I go, "Shelby, do you like this toast?" I go, "You're more than welcome to this toast." She comes. I said, "We have to come get it." So she came, grabbed the toast. She was all happy, thank you. She was being all polite. She goes back, and then I noticed she also has Cane's.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she, before anybody else who didn't have Cane's could have an opportunity to have this toast, she took the toast when she already had toast. That just proves my whole theory.
You all make
There's no love there.
I can make it worse too. Because before she came over and took your piece of toast, before waiting for other people who had not had Cane's, right? She said, "I got dibs on his toast."
Oh, she did. She called King's Place.
Yeah.
Before she
Yep.
like literally. She
Yeah,
did.
look
I
at the
forgot
look
that
on her
part.
face.
I forgot
She
that part.
knows
Thank
it.
you, Jordan.
You're welcome.
I was
had
trying
to
to
tell-
remove that from my memory because it's so scarring.
Oh yeah. No.
It's very scarring.
We live with our scars around here,
Hey,
Jason.
I live by what I did.
I live
See?
by what I did.
See?
I live by and I stand by it.
See? The devil wore whatever Shelby's wearing.
Shelby, you're fine.
Sounds like Shelby knows how food at work works. Yes? Also true. It's a competitive sport.
It's true.
You gonna eat that? Whatever Jordan doesn't finish is mine.
Hey.
It's hard to.
I see toast.
See?
I want toast.
See, Mike? Shelby's a monster.
She is a monster.
Call it what you want.
You already thought Shelby was evil. Now it is confirmed. See? See?
Vector, I'm not related to Jen.
I'm not related to Jen.
They're a lot the same, though.
Are they?
Yeah. The devil wears a sundress. She's not wearing a sundress. Are you wearing a sundress?
No.
No.
We were talking about sundresses, though, and I'm making a sundress.
Oh,
so-
is that what you're knitting over there?
Yeah.
Oh, you were talking to me about that. It looked good.
Yeah.
I just like the color. It's kind of that off-white, cream white. Sequel to The Devil Wears Prada. The Devil wears whatever Shelby's wearing. That was exactly what I was thinking as I made that up. So
That's so funny.
how's everybody doing on Friday? Sliding into home plate, earning another XP point this week. We survived. What are we going to spend it on? I'm spending mine on patience. My XP point this week goes on patience, which isn't even a normal skills point allocation, but I'm making a new slot for it.
You're making a new slot.
Making a new slot for patience.
Well, hopefully we
King
can.
Hammer's spending his on knitting.
No, he's making a joke because he always calls it knitting, and I always correct him.
Does King Hammer need a sundress?
No.
It's pouring in Louisiana right now. I would like a thunderstorm, like
Yeah,
a good
can we
solid
have some of that?
thunderstorm here. They got one up north, like just the outskirts of North Phoenix, but we didn't get one here. We got enough drizzle to make my car look absolutely filthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My car
same.
looks like somebody sprinkled a layer of dirt on it and then sprayed the water hose at it. Right?
Yep.
It just has those
Yep.
dots all over it.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
And it's only on heavy on the right side because the carport at our house. I park next to the house and the carport, so the left side of the car only has the dirt from normal use.
Yeah.
The right side has all of the dirt that comes from the sprinkling rain and that bounces off the neighbor's rock pit onto the lower part of the car.
It's
So when
funny.
I get out of the car, I'm like, oh, the car doesn't look so bad. But today I had to go to the passenger side, and I was like, the people are laughing at me. Like, it's bad.
It's funny because now that you mention it, when we went to what was it? Wherever we went for lunch the other day, I got out of your car and I was like, I can tell what side of this car is at the end of the carport.
Yes, right?
I literally
The
had that
butt, the
thought.
butt and the passenger side.
Yeah.
It's literally like a big dirt racing stripe on my car. It looks hilariously bad. I am very embarrassed now. I'm going to go and wash it tonight. Probably not tonight. Friday nights are really bad. I can only go to one car wash in the entire Phoenix area.
Oh yeah. Which
Yeah,
one?
there's only one that has this specific type of completely brushless wash that uses high-end turtle wax products.
Yeah.
It's the only one. Like literally, I went on the
That's shocking.
forums. I went on the forums to find out what kind of wash you could take your car to other than hand washing it. And I found a guy local in Phoenix, and he goes, "There's a place on 24th Street, right over by my old house." I knew exactly what he was talking about, and I was like, "Really?" Because in the time from it taking us to move away from there, they added this contraption in one of the car wash bays. So now I drive back over there, and it's like $12, $9, something like that, and it has the best wash ever.
Wow.
Nothing touches your car, and it's super good. So,
Oh,
Dang.
well, maybe I should start doing that.
but you have to go like at night or at weird off times because it's very popular.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the
Okay.
traffic will be backed up on 24th headed south because people can't. They'll
can't
They'll
pull
be
into
waiting
the-
to turn into the car wash.
Okay. You
So
said
they'll
it's
just have their
12
hazards on
bucks?
in the right lane on 24th.
$12?
Huh?
$12?
That's the high end one. It starts at 9.
That's
It's 9, 10,
crazy.
11, and 12. There's 4 levels.
That's crazy low.
Super low.
Yeah, that's
That's
crazy low.
awesome.
Super low. That guy just prints money because that thing is running all day long.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Okay, so I am Mortal Kombat. I always want to call you Immortal Kombat. I am Mortal Kombat says we're waiting on news that we can't have until you were here, so still waiting on news.
Yeah, I refused to tell them what the news was until you got here. Because
Appreciate that. That's my job.
I know.
They expect me to break the rules and show them things long before they can have them.
Correct.
True.
So we've shown you this one, right? Because this was the thing I started painting yesterday. This is the highly specialized Nova Open 2024 Salamander texture trainer that we will be offering for the first time at Nova Open. It'll be sold through the Nova booth. And then they'll also be available on the store. I started painting him up yesterday. The Sally is really, really cool. Great model. Love it. And then we have this game. I don't know if we've told you about it. We have this game called Age of Angra. Where are the... Oh, it's on there. Okay.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it's all there.
It's all together. I was like, okay, where's the other arm? Then we have this game called Age of Angra. And for Age of Angra, you may not have heard about this, but we have a game. And this game has these creatures called Asura, right? And those Asura, some of them have gotten 75 millimeter awesome miniatures for painting, right? So this is Devondra, right? And these are, we should have gotten the cards.
Mm.
Gabe's not around to go get the cards, so. Do we have an open box in here? I don't think we do we?
Of Age of Hunger?
Yeah.
I have one at my desk.
Do you?
I can go grab
Can
it.
you go grab the 3 cards?
Yeah.
So we have Devondra. Power level 9,000, ready to do a Hadoken. Right? Danav. I love these. Oh my god, they're going to be so good. Look how good these are. Danav and Kamar Djinn.
Yep.
All of these are fantastic. Oh, thanks. So, Kamar Djinn. We've gone with a little bit more realism on the sculpts, but still keeping it light and airy. Have some fun. Swapped over where the little puppers in the lamp is. Right. Danav. I love this one.
That's probably my favorite.
So good.
I'm obsessed with it.
So good.
Oh, Ben is asking, we got Dino God here in chat. Jason,
Dino God Ben, what?
can you tell them about the card we're making to mount the minis?
Each mini will come with its own card that will be the exact same playing size, but without the full art. It will have all of the Asura details with a spot for the 50 millimeter base to fit in. So basically you'll have a circle with the graphics in it, just the basic title graphics in it, and then all of the details about the Asura will be underneath. It'll remove the full art from the bottom. It'll still have the lore on the back, but each one will come with a card that allows you to you'll be able to kind of push them forward and backwards into battle. So you can imagine, if I zoom out here, if I were playing Danav and Devondra here, I would be able to have them on the cards and have them forward and backwards and tagging it as necessary. Again, it's not a miniatures game. It's just meant to bring a really cool feel and visual to it if you want. They are artistic miniatures for painting. We hope that everybody has a blast with them because they're super, super cool. Right. Devandra. And we will continue on with the original 9 Asura from the base game. So you will see more of these. And welcome to Dino God Ben. Ben is the designer of Age of Angra. Yeah, they are amazing, Ben. Ben was here, luckily, today. We're doing some play testing on another game. Yeah, I said it. On another game that Ben is developing with us. And so we were doing some play testing. And right after the play testing ended, the miniature showed up. So Ben actually got to see them. Look at how bitchin' these are. Again, like all of our models, just enough details to give you excitement to paint, but not so much that it's overloaded and makes it feel overwhelming. So I think they're going to be great for any level of painter. Again, very nice, large size to them, you know, when compared to your standard Space Marine. Gives you a lot to paint. At 70, I think Danav is like 90 millimeters tall total.
Yeah.
Something like that.
We made him a little bit bigger
because he's stepping on. He's got his rock.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Kamar
it's
Jen
also-
is a little higher because of her smoke. Very cool. They got me wanting to paint them.
Yeah, same. This is also our first time seeing them in person too. We haven't seen the full.
Jigsaw
assembled
asked, would
models.
the Vallejo or AK Interactive CEO win in a boxing match? I'll take them both on at once. I think the Proacryl CEO would smash. I mean, we'll just play King of the Hill. I'll kill them all. None of them are safe. Devandra will be mine. It's so good, right? Devandra is so cool. He's got just the right amount of like mech and mysticism going on. I love it. Some good flowy lines, but some really good opportunities to paint armor. These are all fully 3D printed. Fantastic quality. Keep them at a good value. I'll have pricing soon-ish. I've still got to work through the final production questions and things, but they're all really, really good. Super stoked on these.
Super fun.
Why does he have a rib cage for a face? Well, because that's where his lungs go. It's not. It's like it's like almost like a turban headpiece, right? His eyes are kind of like down underneath there. See that brow line underneath? Got like a cyclopean sensor under there. Keying on the foot right. Super fun.
Nick
How many
Bot-
chicken eggs will I need to consume before facing off against the other CEOs? 0.
Oh, wow.
0. What are you kidding me?
He's serious.
You can clip that.
You can clip that.
You hear me, Alex? Technically, I don't think any of these people are talking about, because all the CEOs for some of the most major painting corporations right now are bankers.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because Vallejo and Army Painter all got bought by banks.
Recently?
Yeah, within the last year.
Oh, wow.
Both of them. Yep. So they're all majority held by bankers now.
Weird.
So yeah, I can take them all.
Yeah. I can handle a
I
banker.
can take them all. Unless they want to play me in golf or tennis, then I'm doomed.
Yeah, those are definitely not your strong suit. Although you could surprise us.
Ben with some artwork for the Asura. Awesome. Yeah, gross bankers. Yeah, I need to like glue some stuff together here, don't I?
Yeah, probably. I would not leave them tacked together while you paint them.
No. I was just like,
Ben asked you to show
Oh,
off
there's
the
a-
third one.
The third one?
Yeah, Jason.
what's that?
Ben asked you to show off the third one.
I showed them all off. Were you not here for the first? What did I not? What did you not see, Ben? The Nav, Marjan, which she is literally like
So cool.
one of my favorite things ever, because we've got like the little terrier. It's like Toto in the lamp. So good. But just her smoke trail is such a great spot
Yeah.
for painting. Like to pull off some really, really cool effects. You can see a lot of OSL, a lot of really neat stuff. And then Devondra. Yeah. All incredible. Turned out great.
Ben said, huge shout to Jordan for dealing with me during pre-production.
What do you mean? You were a pleasure to work with.
I think I was a lot worse than you were.
No, it was great. I had the pleasure of working directly with our sculptor on these, and
She's amazing.
she did a fantastic job.
She did a fantastic job.
Made my job easy.
Yeah. When you have good artists, both at the front and Ben, because Ben does obviously all the character concepting and creation, and then good artists at the back side when you're trying to do stuff like, make a sculpt of it, that translation is everything. And, making sure that you have somebody who can take the spirit of the artwork from one artist, keep it intact so that everybody's happy. A lot of times the thing we fear the most is the original artist feeling like the scope of their work got lost in the translation to the physical model. Right? And this one was easy. Ben's a joy to work with.
Yeah, Ben's
He
awesome.
had a really neat kind of loose cartoony feel for these guys. Not really cartoony, but more animated.
Very stylized.
Yeah, very
design.
stylized animated feel
Yeah.
to them. And then we wanted to take and kick the realism up a little bit for painting, but we're able to find a really good happy medium. They're just bitching. They're the kind of models that, again, like when I look at them, I just want to paint this guy. My head starts getting all the crazy ideas because he's got almost like an Oni demon mask, but it's his real face.
I love that model.
Yeah,
Model
Knob is
sweet.
great. So far, I'm very happy. I think that you guys will be very pleased. Very little cleanup. There's a couple of supports that are very loose and small in here for the inside details that you'll have to clean out with your knife. But from a customer support standpoint, I think these are great.
Yeah, minimal amount of work is awesome to hear.
Yeah, there was a support under the chin, one in the mouth that I cleared out. The teeth have really good resolution. The hair and the feathers have all got, I guess it's not really hair, all the feathers have got really good resolution. Yeah, not a lot of supports to clean up. I think people are going to like this. It will still take a little bit of cleanup, but much less than a standard Space Marine cleaning sprue bits and stuff like that off of it. This is a really nice model. Much better than the Carol Rudick ones that I spent 8 times as much on.
Yeesh.
Don't get me started.
Nick Pie, that would be awesome, but I don't think I have the skills to do that.
To do what?
To make amigurumi patterns for the game. It's crocheting.
Knitting, you mean?
Crocheting. How
That's what I
dare
said.
you?
That's what I said, right?
How dare you?
That's what I said, right?
Not you too.
I gotta support my boy.
You don't though. You really don't.
I support you a lot. Like I do. And so every now and then I have to go team not Shelby.
Ugh.
That's
Kyle
not-
deserves
that's not the
love
right
too, okay?
Huh?
Kyle deserves love too sometimes.
Kyle.
Occasionally.
Every time Kyle
You're right.
sees me crocheting.
Occasionally.
We don't want to get carried away.
Every time Kyle
Correct.
sees me crocheting, he asks me how my knitting is going, and it ruins my morning. So thanks a lot,
Ruins your
Kyle.
morning.
Well, hold on. Shelby, remember, if Kyle is asking this question, then that just means that he's uneducated. And that just means you have to educate him.
He's educated.
I have a feeling she's educated Kyle quite a bit of times. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Hey, look.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
Not
You know Kyle,
her
right?
fault.
You've met him,
Oh,
right?
Trust me, I have spent enough time with that man.
At one point, he said
know.
cross stitching, which was even more offensive.
Oh, Shelby.
Somebody mentioned earlier that they saw it in the best way possible, that Monument feels gives off the vibe of a family company. We are not a family company, and yet we are.
Yeah.
Jen and I are obviously partners in life and in business, and we run this place. So we are a very small-minded business. Well, small-minded doesn't sound right, but we're a very small business. Built on the kind of the structure that we as two individuals live our lives by. So, that makes it a little bit of a family feel there. And then, of course, everybody that's here is just delightful. So, makes it easier. We talk to people as if they're more than just workers. We don't like to have people feel expendable and all that stuff. And obviously, there's a line that you have to tread there because it is work. Still got to do the work. But yeah, we take it very seriously that we can offer an area for people to work where they feel comfortable and like it is more like family.
I actually do work with my brother and my mom, though.
Yeah. Shelby, on the
Also
other
true.
hand,
That being said,
That's also true.
she does, in fact, work with her mom and her brother.
also Mike in Game Delay, I don't appreciate it at all. Your silly, snarky little comments about knitting.
Keep them coming.
Keep them coming. Man, we're going to make Shelby so mad. She's not going to be happy.
I might not come back
Whoa!
to stream.
Hold your horses there, Shelby. Them's be some fighting words.
No, I'm kidding.
You're not allowed to quit.
You're not allowed to quit. What are you talking about?
Can't quit. We love you too much.
The funny thing is that I do want to learn how to knit, and it's been tough. It's been hard to learn how to knit.
Knitting. What is the difference between knitting? I know that yours is like hook and loop, right?
Yeah, knitting is 2 needles, and it's a lot more involved.
Aren't there a lot more styles of stitch in knitting?
There's a lot you can do with it in terms of patterns, like that you can make with the actual stitches.
Right.
But knitting is just better for more like textile pieces, in my opinion. Like sweaters and stuff, which is what I want to make. I wouldn't necessarily crochet a sweater because I'm a really tight crocheter. So my stitches are really, sometimes they get more rigid, which is better for like stuffed animals. And stuff.
Yeah. Stuff that doesn't have to flex as much as a piece of clothing you're going to wear.
Yeah.
Yep. That makes sense.
Someone didn't read that onboarding contract. There's a 250-year indentured servitude clause.
Well, now that it's out in the open.
Cat's out of the bag.
Cat is out of the bag.
We weren't going to talk about that. Ryan Wallace.
Cannibalistic Zombie, I could do that, but
I don't know if everybody understands how excited I am about these models.
Oh, I do. I do.
They're so good.
they're great. Which one are you gonna paint first?
Whichever one Jordan likes the most.
I really like all
Danav.
of them,
I'm
Jason.
going to paint Danav.
Dang it.
I'm sure we're both going to paint all of them.
Yes.
So this is not
accurate.
This is not a race.
It's not the end.
No, but that's not what I asked. I asked which one you were gonna paint first.
He's gonna paint it on first. For sure.
I don't know. They all speak to me in different ways. I'm in love with all 3 of these. Ben actually picked, which he might not remember because today he acted like he didn't remember. But
Jason, this is probably way easier for doing what you're doing.
what's that?
This boogie stick.
No, I'm okay with this.
Okay, you good? All right.
But when Ben picked the first 3 to turn into miniatures, I was totally stoked. There is one that I like above all others in the base game. And I think Ben also likes the one that I like above all others in the base game, which is Umamu. And so when we make the Umamu model, it will be like the one that I jump all over no matter what else gets made along with it. Although I have to admit, Ekaminu, I think, might be a close second for me because he's very nurgly. He's like the undead.
He's like a zombie, basically.
Yeah, like a zombie kind of a thing, you know, but not in the traditional sense. Like, he doesn't look like a zombie, but the way he's posed and the way his storyline is gives you the ability to go into that color space. So I am excited for Ekaminu as well. But Umamu is my thing as far as looks go. Ben refers to him as his boy. And he's the first card I got introduced to, first artwork that I really got introduced to when Ben was showing me the game. And I was like, this is rad. And it just stuck. Like, I just think that Umamu is so good. He's like a raging bull.
Oh, yeah, I love that character.
He's the beast.
Yep.
In the starter box. Just great stuff. So, yeah, but I'm stoked for all of them. There's not a bad one. I mean, hell, what's his nuts? The gambler.
Oh, not Upadravi.
Starts with a J. Upadravi's like the Fae.
Johani, yeah.
Yeah, Johani. Also, I mean, come on. There's not a bad Asura in the batch. Tons and tons of fun, all of them.
Ben said he's going to cry boiling tears when he sees an Umamu mini.
All right. You and me both. Well, you probably more.
I'm going to cry boiling tears when I see it. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
We're just not going to show it to you. We're just going to, like, paint him up and hand him to you.
That would be so good.
Ben is also... I met Ben playing War Machine. So Ben and I became friends at local game night. And so Ben is a avid miniature painter and game player as well. So, you know, he definitely has a love for these things we do. Ben is also a video game developer with a game coming out soon called Bounty Star. You should go look it up, gang. If you're into video games, go check out Bounty Star. It is an Annapurna licensed distributed game. I guess distributed game, published game. So if you know Annapurna, they did the game Stray with a stray cat. Go check out Annapurna's website. They've got stuff on there like some in-game footage and all that for Bounty Star, which looks like to be sizing up to be an incredible game. I'm excited to give it a shot when it's out. Super smooth sculpts. Me likey.
Me likey.
Ooh, Ryan Wallace is going to use a tile today instead of a wet palette.
Ooh,
Nice.
Nice.
Tiles are good. Some people leave them in the refrigerator and then bring them out before painting so that you can have the sweat that happens when they hit room temperature, the condensation on them will provide a little moisture, but I don't know that I trust that that's consistent enough to really get too reliant upon.
Sounds like an easy way to oversaturate your paints with water.
Could be, yeah.
Depends on how warm the room is.
Well, we are in Arizona.
Yeah, for us.
Yeah.
Although a lot of people do it around here, so. Gotta get the Hadouken going.
I like the green in the cracks, Jordan.
Me too.
Did you hear there's an Asura named Uvu Javar? It's Upadravi.
Upadravi.
Upadravi. Like a little fey creature.
Aww. Little fey creature.
Really cool. One of the smaller of the Asura. So we'll have to figure out a way in miniature to get flying base incorporated so that it has the size we want without being out of scale with the rest of these games.
We got some fun ideas for that.
Same with Johanny. Johanny's like a leprechaun vibe character.
I'm gonna be honest. The pose in the art is great. And
Of
it
him
would make-
floating?
it would make a really good
Like
miniature.
floating in the captain's chair
Yeah.
kind of thing. It's not
Yeah.
really, it's just floating. He's all relaxed. He's a badass too. Some of his abilities are stupid. All of them are stupid, by the way. All of the Asura have ridiculous abilities that when you get them pulled on you the first time, you're like, it does what? Excuse me?
Teach
When
me.
I was doing the live play at Dice Tower a couple weeks back, Tom pulled out a couple of things that I had never even seen before or seen in that combo. That's the thing I love about Age of Angra, is that even if I played that character half a dozen times, you can still come up with a combo because I've never played that character, that Asura, with another particular Asura and had their abilities fire off simultaneously in one round. And be like, hey, I think if I do this guy's ability here with the heavy, and then I do this light, I think I remove all my cooldowns and kill you.
And you're like,
Well, yeah.
That
I wish
is-
that wasn't true, but that looks like that's true.
yeah, that is how that works. All right then.
I would like for that to not be true. But according to my readability,
Yeah, we made the game, and that's
I
how that
feel
works.
like that's true.
All right. I need bright pale yellow.
Can't have it.
Teach me. I think I need
Oh,
to
I got
use
it
the
over
word dastardly more. I think that needs to be in my
Dastardly is
regular
such a great word.
vocabulary.
Dastardly.
Dick Dastardly.
Dick Dastardly.
He was part of the Wacky Racers. Muttley, Dick Dastardly, and Muttley. Wasn't that the combo? The dog that laughed like that the whole time. Usually, when Dick Dastardly did something wrong, Muttley would laugh at him. Then Dastardly would get mad.
Source, how dare you?
Muttley's like,
I have no idea what you're talking about. Is that sad?
is that sad or bad? Yes. Wacky Racers? Look it up. You have Google. Like, literally at your fingertips, you have the world's brain. You don't have to not know about anything ever again. You can be not as informed as someone else, but you'll know about everything.
I don't need to know about
It was a
everything.
cartoon.
Oh, that looks fun.
It was really fun. It had a bunch of people. I think it even had like characters from other cartoons in it. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think it even had like Hong Kong Phooey in it a couple times. Hong Kong Phooey, one of my favorite cartoon characters of all time. Hong Kong Phooey.
Oh, there's a bird.
Oh, there's a
I
bird.
just feel like I feel like I grew up on the tail end of the good cartoons. And so there's a ton of cartoons that I probably would really like that I haven't ever seen or didn't have access to growing up because we didn't have cable.
We have poster tack and all these things that I gotta clean out, so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yours will not be like this.
I needed to make sure that they didn't fall over when Jason was showing them off. That would have been not great.
Ooh, yeah. Good call.
Pretty sure they would have fallen off and Jason would have looked at me like this.
Yeah, he would have.
Only because we've already had this conversation.
We did.
If I hadn't thought about it, then no. I mean, I'd probably still look at you like that, but you would just laugh at me.
Right.
Correct.
It wouldn't have been your fault, so you'd be able to just laugh it
Turns
off.
out, I don't like things being my fault. So I try to not make them my fault when I can avoid it.
I don't know of too many people that like things being their fault.
Unless it's a good thing.
I think there are some people who
There's no
could-
fault attached to good things, is there?
Yeah,
I don't think that's how
guess.
that works.
I think there are probably people who could probably like it less.
Oh, interesting.
And thus be less likely to have things be their fault.
How about the fact that all of these are simply 3 or 4 pieces?
Hmm.
Can we get a round of applause
We can.
for our highly detailed miniatures, that none of which are more than 4 pieces, and the 4th piece is the base?
That is really nice.
The fact that Kamar Jin here is literally a 3-piece model blows my mind.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I have to admit that it is.
Like, it blows my mind,
Yeah,
dude.
that's awesome.
When I was tacking them together, I was like, "Oh, this body's all one piece."
Yeah, all one
Yeah,
piece.
I was like, oh, "Okay,
All one piece.
great."
So good.
Hairdo. Can you talk to AMG about doing that?
Well, they do molded plastic, so it's a
Yeah.
little bit different than
Yeah.
3D printing.
Yeah, that's
You would not be able to do the volume that AMG produces in miniatures with 3D printers.
Hmm.
They'd cost $1 million because of the amount of QC time they'd have to go through.
Not to mention the energy cost to run the amount of printers that they would need to produce that kind of quantity would be insane.
That would be
Number
crazy.
1 super guy.
Turns out-
Hong Kong Fooey.
Printers are not exactly energy efficient.
Papa Chicken, what? For the models? As soon as we can get them produced.
Hmm.
As soon as we can get them produced. We're hoping to have these first 3 batch is ready, as you can see. I mean, I'm pretty comfortable with these. There's a couple of print lines that I need to talk to them about, speed of printing, but we'll see, because we're manufacturing these outside of our own HQ. We have 3D printing here, but it's all of our capacity and room is spent on texture trainers. So we're using a company out of Texas for this. And as soon as I can get back from them, just a couple of verifications on this, because I would sell this to the public. I don't mind it. There's a little bit, you'll have to use a little bit of sandpaper and sand smooth all of the connection spots on the bottom of the bases. You can see all of the support on the bottom of the bases, but that's great. That means there's not very much support connection points up here, which makes it super easy to clean, right? But these others they're all great, right? Again, just clean off the connection points on the bottom of the base, and you can just take some sandpaper and just scooch it on sandpaper real quick, and you're done. Super easy. Figure out pricing, figure out timing to produce, and we'll probably make 100 or so of each to begin, 50 to 100, just to see what tests the pulse of the public, and then put them up on the store. These are the Age of Anger miniatures, babe. Monument Gentastic in chat.
Woohoo.
These are they. The wonderful Danav. Or Demon. Fantastic. I'm going to go to one on screen so we can get it all in there. Very, very cool. And like I said, we're hoping to print the cards. Now, the idea is that the models will come with the cards. We got to figure out the printing of the cards and how we're going to get them cut and everything. And domestically, that's a little bit tougher because the cards are larger size than normal playing cards. So the cards for the custom miniatures may have square edges instead of round. That's the only real issue. But we'll have that, and you'll have a card that eliminates the artwork on the front and gives you a circle to place your miniature and has all of the abilities down below here so you can see everything. That way you can kind of just push your miniature forward. It's not, like I said, it's not a miniatures game, but we wanted to make sure the miniatures came with something that allowed you to put them in the game and feel like they were built for that. Devondra. Very super cool. And Kamar Jen. Which, they're all stupendous. Absolutely amazing models. Love the bigger cards. Yeah, the character cards in Age of Anger are 3x5, like this, or 3.5x5. I think 3.5x5. Large. Like bigger, almost like tarot card size. They're not tarot size, but they're close, right? Like that. And then all of the ability and other cards are 2 by 2, 2.5 by 2.5.
They're I
2.5
think
by
they're
2.5?
2.5 by 2.5.
Like 2.5 by 2.5 or something like that. Gabe will yell at me because I don't know. Didn't they turn out great, babe? They showed up when Ben was here too, so he got to see these. These are the first, I believe. Is Ben still here? He'd have to tell us. These may be the first of Ben's creations that he has ever seen in physical form.
Oh,
Because he works in the video game world,
Yeah, that's pretty
where
sweet.
you don't get to turn your stuff into physical
That would
video
be
game
so
stuff unless you
cool.
have like Assassin's Creed level hits where kids want
toys.
toys. Devondra is for sure your favorite. They're all good. Yeah, the Mystic Mech is amazing, right? The whole thing is that all of the mysticism and kind of old world mythology surrounding all of the Asura is super cool. Like a lot of these are derived from old mythology, whether it be Far East, Middle East, European. So there's a lot of really cool stuff going on with them. And yeah, Devondra is just super cool. Like mystical mecha is exactly right. But I have to admit, Danav, the demonic form is awesome because it takes that kind of Oni-style demon mask and turns it into a real creature. Super rad.
yeah. This is the first time that he's seen like 3D versions of his
Yeah,
art.
right? That's awesome, Ben. Me
That's
too,
so
right?
cool.
The first time I saw one of my creations physical in my hand, it was such a big deal. Even all of the individual texture trainers that we do,
you were
even
so
something
happy.
like this that isn't my original concept because the Nova Open came up with the logo, but I took it and made it fit into the scheme for our texture trainers. And then William being able to knock it out of the park with his sculpt. These are just tremendous.
Yeah,
Every time we
so
get another
cool.
model in my hands, I'm like, yes.
My mom was so excited about that one.
The dinosaur
She
or
loved,
the salamander?
She loved it.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So she got to paint one.
And I think she's going to.
T. Schmidt's like, that's sick, and I'm going to need them all. Me too, man. Me too. And at 75 millimeters, they are big, bulky, fun to paint. I think they're going to give you exactly what you're looking for in a model to be able to express some cool creativity on them, have fun, get a good looking product no matter your skill level too. Like I said, they've got just enough details to be able to like accept a wash really well, so you'd be able to use like quicker painting schemes on them, or also to do some tremendous detailing. You can imagine your brain just going crazy with doing all the wisps of smoke, and genie tail smoke going on the Jinn. Plus, like I said, she has a terrier in a lamp.
So great.
What's better than that?
If you have a cute puppy dog in a lamp, you win. I feel like you just pick Kamar Jinn in your games of Age of Angra, and I think you just win, right? You're not catching this. There you go. Puppers. I
So
want you to
cute.
take in the glory
The pupper.
of the puppers
I love it.
in the lamp. Is so good. The lamp even has a little bitty flame on it. T90 little flame poking out there. A little support nodule right there. But yeah, good detailing. I think you guys and gals have a lot of fun with these. I'm stoked.
As if she needs.
And
as if
it'll
she
be a
needed
good
puppers
reason
win.
to get the game, try the game, pick your favorite. We've got tons more Asura in store.
I want her biceps.
You want her biceps?
Yeah.
I want her smoke trail. I
Strong
just want to be
lady.
able
I want
to
her
just kind of
biceps.
float along, like just
Yeah.
wisp into the restaurant.
with a trail of smoke.
Right.
I can't get past. I want her biceps.
I do. Look at them. She's got great arms.
She done been working out.
Yeah.
I'll get you, Kamar, and your little dog too. Now I need a bunch of
Right
flying
there.
monkeys.
We went through quite a few different iterations on the smoke trail, and the one that we finished off on is really, really
Yeah,
good.
it's fantastic. T. Schmidt, how have you been liking it? Been playing with your kiddos? You like removing the 3D when they're done right, Nick. I like it too because they just
Yeah,
pop off and
it's
they don't.
very
You don't
fun.
have to do anything. They're like the best of sprue removal, right? You
Yeah.
just kind of go and hack it off, and
Yeah.
they work great.
Okay, paint liquor. I'll do that.
You got to put on the bangles too. Are we talking about the band, capital B bangles, or just the doodanglies that she's got?
I think the ones around her upper arm.
How the rats coming, Jordan?
Like that.
They're going really good.
That rat ogre's looking good. That pink flesh, that raw flesh is looking good.
Yeah, check out the.
That glow's supposed to be pink.
No, I really think it's supposed to be green.
I tried to tell him that
Got a little bit on the underside.
it's
too.
supposed to be pink,
nice.
but he
Yeah,
wanted to
good.
go his own way, pave his own path.
Yeah, I love these.
Are you
new
playing
rat
these
ogres.
guys tonight?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. I'm trying to get their bases at least cleaned up a little bit. Of course, I had to go home and build a ton of them yesterday. I built probably 60 some odd clan rats last night. So that was fun.
Yeah, I'm sure you had a blast.
It was honestly, all things considered, believe it or not, most of these clan rats are all 2 pieces.
Yeah, still.
It's pretty good.
You did say 60, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. 60.
So that's 120 pieces.
Get old pretty fast.
That's more than most models I would ever build have.
Correct.
That's why any of my models that have more than 120 pieces are still in the box, by the way. And there are some of those.
I thought about building another one of the Rattling Blasters last night, and I was like, right, this thing has like 30 pieces alone on top of all the 60 some odd clan rats. And I was like, no.
I think they're playing a full 2,000 points tonight.
Yeah, we might even get a couple of games in. I'm excited. Tonight will be a blast. Had a great time last weekend, and look forward to having a fun little game night again.
Fun stuff. You guys are going to Old World?
Mm-hmm. You gonna come hang out?
I'm babysitting tonight.
You gonna come hang out?
Somebody trust you with their kids?
Babysitting tonight. Yes, Jason. People do trust me.
Does anybody trust you more than once?
Yes.
Or do you always babysit for a new family?
She always babysits for new
No.
families.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's always a new family, so it's a little bit of a rough
100%.
job. I got to get to know these new kids every time.
She's great at getting to know new kids. She's not great at keeping the job for the second
You
run.
guys are the worst.
Damn, Jordan.
You said it. I voiced it.
Oh, no, you said it. You definitely said it.
I definitely said it.
You definitely said the inside part outside. Knitters are very trustworthy. I am not responsible for what she does to you when she sees you game delay. Are you going to Gen Con? I would
Yep.
stay away from the
He
monument booth.
is going to Gen Con.
Shelby might beat you with the bell. I'll be in a meeting
I'll
across the
rip
floor
it
and I'll
off
just
the
hear
shelf.
bong, bong, bong. It'll start going dull. Bong, 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 clunk.
Yeah, it'll stop making
as
noise.
the as the bell gets dented from her smashing it
Oh
on
my
you.
gosh.
Who's
That's
babysitting
so
Schlebby while Schlebby pretends to babysit kids? She pays 50% of her earnings to her other friend to watch her.
That's true. Game Delay does have sourdough, so I need that from him.
What, are you going to take sourdough starter from Game Delay?
No, he's baking sourdough and bringing it, and I'm gonna eat it with my face.
Schneidrich says,
Okay.
says I gotta send all my 3D printed models to Nick to do cleanup. It seems. Yes, Nick said it. I saw it. Nick said, "Please send all your 3D printed models to me. I love cleaning off the sprues so much, the supports." There you go. Nick even said it. He said, I already built all my friends' miniatures.
You got that black primer over there?
I do. No. That's empty. I mean, I have some.
Thank you. I don't know where it went.
Is
Maybe
it
I'm
right
just-
in front of you, right there? I got to do it to him once. Yes.
It was hidden by the other paints that are
It's
nowhere near
half the
same
size. Explaining why Shelby is getting sourdough and I'm sitting in MA without sourdough. Massachusetts?
I think so.
Mike, what are you doing in Massachusetts? Is that where he's from?
No.
I'm getting sourdough because I'm gonna be at Gen Con.
I just love the painting part too. Assembly used to be like something I totally loved. Nowadays, question mark?
Not so good?
Not so much.
Not so interested?
Not so much. I really love BattleTech and Marvel United models.
Yeah, because you don't have to build them.
Aha!
Oh, I know how it goes, Jason.
Ha!
I know how it goes.
Ha! Although I have to
listened-
admit, man, the fact that I just put these together and this guy's 4 pieces is amazing. Brilliant. Glad we could design them that way. I hope everybody has fun with them. You don't have to worry about too much. It's super easy to put them together. You know, we really wanted to make sure that we were able to take the feel of the game and the characters, put it into miniature at 75 millimeter, a good size scale, which usually means lots of pieces. But we were able to get the sculpts and prints to be able to do what we needed them to do so that people who buy the game, love the game, maybe have a really cool character, find out there's a miniature of their favorite character but have never been into miniatures before, don't get 50 pieces, you know, and have to buy tools and with some super glue and, you know, a little bit of cleanup, you're done. You do live in Mass? I didn't know that. Why did I not know that?
We've never looked at the return address.
Yeah.
Well, because it always comes from Amazon. It never comes from Mike. It's
Well-
like, I didn't order anything from Amazon, and Jen walks by and goes, Mike. That's what happened the last time. I go,
Yeah.
what are we expecting from Amazon? It was the
The bat.
Cricket bat.
It was the cricket bat. This thing, of course, this thing from Amazon shows up in like an 8-foot long box,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, and it was only like the next day.
He
It was.
made it work.
It was the next day.
I think it was literally the next day
Yeah,
because
he
like
made it
sitting
work.
here talking about a cricket bat, he pressed order in the, you have 20 minutes left for it to
Right.
get there next day. Because I'm sure the Arizona warehouse for Amazon has cricket bats galore since it's such a big sport here. And either that or we just have a lot of people using them as attitude adjusters like we do.
To be
But-
fair, he did say that he struggled to find one that he could get here on time.
Well, I don't know what on time is. It wasn't like we had a ticker going.
It was before the anniversary on Friday.
But that's right.
Yeah.
So, but this
I
thing
got you.
shows up, right? This thing shows up, and there's a big box, and I go, she goes, oh, there's a big heavy Amazon box, and I go, I didn't order anything from Amazon, and she goes, Mike. I was like, nah. And sure enough, it was this. And then I beat Jordan with it.
He routinely does this.
It was 2 days.
He deserves it, chat. He deserved it.
I probably do.
I actually kind of like building models. I enjoyed building my.
Well, it's therapeutic. When you're first getting into it, it's one
of.
of the cool parts about the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing this for over 45 years. I'm really over it.
Yeah, you're super old.
I like the painting. Hey, I
You're
just didn't need that.
old.
I didn't
Oh
need
my
that part of the
gosh,
conversation to
he
occur.
freaking sent it.
Jen? Hey, chat.
Shelby, no.
Hey, chat. We're hiring.
Shelby, you got fired.
You told me I couldn't leave, so.
I told you you couldn't quit. I didn't say you couldn't be fired. Damn it.
Shelby, you're not allowed to anything.
Right, Sugar Rush, right? Ginkgo?
I mean, you kind of.
Nick's like resume in the post.
Just said it. You set it right up for me.
Hey, believe it or not, we have some new job openings coming up, and one of them is a fairly large one for production manager.
Oh.
So production manager is an open job. We don't have the job posted yet, but it'll get posted next week. If you know anybody who is can turn a wrench, you got to be a knuckle buster. You got to be able to be good with mechanical stuff. If you can work on your own car and not kill yourself, you might be one. Baca was here for Shelby's firing. Don't worry, there'll be many more.
Yeah.
There's a lot more where that came
There'll be
from,
many more. I
folks.
mean, I fired Jordan like what, once a day?
Yeah.
You got off. There was one day where I fired whoever else was over there. Was it Shelby? No, it was Chris. I don't remember.
Chris.
It was
What?
somebody else. Somebody else got fired, and chat said it wasn't Jordan.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
You wish you could do it remotely for it? Nope. Production manager has to be on site. You can work on your car and kill someone else. Does that count? I mean, we don't ask those questions.
Mm.
Oh, we fired Chris. And Jordan got to keep his job for once.
Woo!
It really wastes a lot of time having to re-interview Jordan every day, by the way.
Mm.
Yeah, it always starts with a good morning.
Yeah.
And it never
Wait.
goes well.
Yeah.
You're back? Didn't we fire you? He's like, where's my stapler?
Here's my stapler. There's the stapler. Stapler.
I'll run your Swedish store when the time comes.
Are you okay?
Is that your Swedish impression?
Yes.
Wow. Vector, are you just going to take that?
Chat's going to get it.
Okay.
See, Chat's going to get it. You nerds aren't going to get it at all, but Chat is going to revere me as their hero.
Mm.
See? The Swedish chef.
Oh.
Squirrely.
Muppets. Yeah, I didn't really watch Muppets.
Now to convince your wife and kids to move? It's the Muppets. He's a chef. The Swedish chef. It's the only Swedish I know. I learned it all on the Muppets.
I did all on the
My name is how I feel about this. It's Jordan's fault.
Have you seen the video?
Wait a minute. What I do is Jordan's fault now? Whoa, we win. Bork, bork, bork.
I'm always gonna lose this, folks. I can never win.
Have you seen the video of the ending scene of Dirty Dancing where they're all dancing, but it's set to the theme song of Muppets?
Is Dirty Dancing Kevin Bacon?
No, that's Patrick Swayze. At the
Footloose
very end of
is
the
Kevin
movie.
Oh, Footloose is Kevin Bacon.
Yes.
Yeah. Patrick Swayze. Nobody puts baby in a corner.
At the very end of the movie when they're all dancing, there's a video where someone changed the music to the Muppets theme song.
All right.
And it's amazing.
Well, it's like the Muppets when they change it over to like Slayer. They have one that's like Rain in Hell with Animals Band, and it fits like to the T.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It's just moderately disturbing.
You're thinking of Footloose,
Yeah.
nerd.
I
Well, it's
think-
just I think
I
about
think, like,
Kevin
the
Bacon a
BPM is
lot.
the same.
I don't know why. He's my hero. Don't tell Jen. I think she's still lurking.
She's definitely still here.
In college, we made a video where our Swedish friend was a Swedish chef. I love this.
That's awesome.
I just loved him because he had the human hands. He was one of the few that had human hands in the gloves. So one person's doing the puppet and another person's doing the hands. So that alone gives you this weird rhythm to the hand motions. And he was always like picking up stuff and putting them in the pot and and throwing flour and it's so good. It's so good.
It's so weird.
Yeah, Jen is still here. Can't take it back.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Can't take it back. Can't take it back.
Kevin Bacon helped stop the graboids, right? He saved the world 17 times. You're mixing the Bacon Brothers tonight. You're mixing the Bacon Brothers tonight and tomorrow? Seriously?
You're what?
He has a band. And he's front of house? You run front of house for live shows? Bud? This is Bud still, right?
Yeah.
The Muppets is the pinnacle of American television. It is very close. It is very, very close. I can remember as a kid, the Muppets being like one of my best things. I had the most fun watching on TV. Pigs in Space. The old dudes heckling the show all the time. Kermit being frustrated with everybody. Fozzie Bear just being like waka waka waka. You know, like Fozzie just was too dumb to care. Oh my God, what a great show. Tootie, we machen da Mietenlofer. First we talking the loafer. Yeah, exactly. So we schuben the meat in the loafer. Oh, you're on monitors? Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, tell him, hey, I want you during sound check to go up to Kevin Bacon, and I want you to say, hey, I watch a guy paint little men on the internet. I want you, it has to be those exact words. And before he says anything, go, no. He says he thinks of you all the time. This needs to be the conversation. It needs to be iPhoned and sent to me.
I'm gonna laugh when this
Bud,
happens.
I will love you for more than ever. More than ever.
Wow.
Usually I tell people I love them for just before ever. You, more than ever if this happens. It's a parody because Swedish chefs are amazing. Also, I watched the first 3 eps of The Bear season 3, and I love the Swedish chef in New York and the footage at Noma and the Rene Redzepi camo. I don't know anything about any of this. That's all foreign words to me. Are you speaking Swedish right now? I've watched The Bear. It's not for me. It's too stressful. What do you give this person as a reward? The one that does this? My undying love forever. I just told you. That has no value. It has all the value. It has no price.
True.
The comedian's a bear. No, he's not. He's wearing a necktie. Yeah, I can't watch it. It gets my blood up, right? I can't watch it. It's too over the top. Nobody lives that way. Even the highest stress environments aren't like that.
Yeah.
And it's too much. And I can't watch it. Like Jen, I'm like I gotta go or I'm gonna have a heart attack. This is stressing me out, dude. I want to punch the television. I'm like,
show.
just I would hit the cousin with a shovel. They'd never find his body, right? I was just like, after 2 or 3 episodes, I was like, nope.
Never
Nope.
find his body.
Nope. The best restaurant in the world, Noma in New York. Is that in New York? Yeah. No. Yes. You're about to get your blood up and paint a pirate troll? Just because so many doohickeys on it?
Pirate trolls.
Yeah, Jen can only watch 1 episode at a time. She can't binge it. Unless you then go out and, like, punch trees. Valandar, you just found out your boss's wife will be leaving San Diego Comic-Con a day early, stopping by their home in Texas to do laundry and grab a few things, and drive up to Gen Con and meet him at the hotel. They are going to be exhausted after Gen Con. You think? That's a lot. Uh-oh. Mike asked what you're knitting tonight. This is where you say
Mike,
nothing because I don't knit.
I've already talked about my evening plans, so clearly you're not paying attention.
Dang.
Well, you can knit at
Or
babysitting.
else you would know.
I have been a babysitter.
I could. I don't know what I'll be doing. but
At
it
some
won't-
point in time,
it
they
won't be
fall
knitting.
asleep, and good babysitters knit.
It won't be knitting.
Crocheting.
There you go.
Noma's in Copenhagen. And it's closing soon? Like, going out of business closing? Or closing soon, like you could go get dinner for another 30 minutes?
I think potentially
Babysitting is easy.
closing.
It's in the name. You just sit on the kid. Sit on the baby.
If that's the fancy restaurant that they talk about in that show,
I always think about Nobu, but they're talking about Noma.
because the restaurant in the show closes at the end of season 3.
Well, I don't
The
know.
fancy restaurant,
Yeah,
which
maybe,
is
I don't know.
which is funny if that's the same one.
My mom used to use me for slave labor. She would rent me out to all of her friends to babysit their kids.
It's disturbing, Jason.
Interesting.
I'm concerned about this.
The one that, unfortunately, the one that went out the most had the most disgusting house. She had gotten divorced. They had a big house in like somewhere in Richardson or Plano, I don't remember, in North Texas. And she would come pick me up, go pick up dinner for me and the kids, drop me off, and go on her date. And I would be there with dinner, whatever, order pizza or whatever food we picked up, and I'd get the kids fed, and then they'd be in bed by like 8 o'clock, right? And they had like all the cable and satellite channels back when we didn't have that at my house. So I could be like flipping channels like zombie style the whole night. But their house was a roach-infested nightmare because she never cleaned.
Ooh.
Yeah, there were like dirty dishes in the sink all the time.
And
She was like
you
living her best
hate
life after
roaches.
having been married for a bunch of years, had the kids, had this huge house. She's out gallivanting around town, and I'm like, so I would clean the dishes, and she'd give me like an extra $20. And this is like in 83, 82. So $20 for like a 12 or 13-year-old was
That's a lot
like,
of money.
bring it on, man.
Yeah.
I will take it. And but the roaches were too much. Too much. Songer, you dig these? Yeah, they're gonna be a lot of fun. we will keep you posted. We hope to have more info very quickly. Although production time will obviously, need to be included in there. We don't sell anything before it's actually available. But I am super stoked for all 3 of these. They don't want to run it anymore because it's unsustainable. It's like 5 staff per get. Yeah, that's not a... There's only so many people in the world that'll spend like, $1,000 a plate on dinner.
Yeah.
Nick, you wish you were doing Gen Con? You folks should get over to the UK Games Expo next May. Jordan was there this year.
I was. It was delightful.
He was there. We'll be there next year.
Mhm.
We're doing Salute. No, not Salute.
Essen.
Essen in October.
Yep. I will be there.
Jordan at least will be there. I'm trying to go. Shelby needs an iHeart knitting baseball cap. Yes, buy one. There you go. Send it. Been wanting to paint a large-scale
What have you
mech
done?
for a long time, but don't want to go with the IP theft options. Yeah. Shh, don't tell Ben, but we're stealing his IP and making miniatures.
I feel like he would probably be stoked. I'm gonna be honest there.
He already said it was like super, super cool to see his ideas in miniature. It's awesome. $600 a dinner at Noma. Yeah, that's not sustainable at all.
Not
I mean,
worth
that's I don't know. I don't live in that rarefied air where it's like, hey babe, it's Friday. You want to do our normal Noma? And we like get a charter jet from Phoenix to,
New York.
to Denmark.
Oh.
No, he said it was in Copenhagen. So it's in Denmark.
That one.
We get a charter jet from Phoenix to Copenhagen on a Friday so we can go to Noma Saturday night and then fly back on Sunday to get back in time to go to work.
Crazy.
If I'm ever doing that, shoot me.
Okay.
And then I'll take your jet.
Because it's your inheritance that I'm using to make that happen.
It's your inheritance.
Ben says, I'm down, make me rich. Wait a minute. Rich because you sue us for IP theft?
Like, I wasn't gonna put it that way, but now that you mention it, it does seem like a...
Gosh, I can't imagine like saving up for a meal like that. I mean, like, oh yeah, I'm planning on it, so I have to save up for it, and like planning.
There's no meal worth $600.
No.
None. None. Oh, right, theft. Cut me in and I do whatever you want. It takes you 2 hours to get to Copenhagen. Living in Europe is tough. Yeah, it's funny that, when people come visit or they talk to us and they're like, oh, well, how long does it take for you to, you're driving to Gen Con. How long does that take? And we tell them 27 hours. And they're like, their eyes get big and they're like, oh, we
what
always
the heck?
forget.
Yeah.
Like
how
you can
large our
drive 3
country
days
is.
and still be inside your country.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yep, that's the way that works.
Well, even just hours inside of your own state.
Oh, Texas going north to south or east to west along the long side.
Yeah.
Oh. Like having to go from like Wichita Falls up in the Panhandle all the way down to Houston or Corpus Christi or something like that it's like 19 hours.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah. Our country
In
is
one
huge.
state. Same if you go from like Amarillo to Tyler, east to west. Stupid.
Yeah.
And I've made those drives more than I care to remember. And in Texas, it sucked because, like, when you would go on tour in the band, when you would want to go from one city to the next, you might drive as much as you could have played, like, 3 cities in another state. Like, on the East Coast or in the Pacific Northwest, you could play Seattle, Portland, Frisco, Oakland, San Jose, work all the way down, right? And Oxnard, LA, Huntington, San Diego. You've played every night for 2 weeks and played a show. Maybe you skipped a night in between and hung out with people, right? And you'd play the whole time. Then you'd start going back east, and you'd go through Arizona. You could play Phoenix. I don't know that I've ever played a show in Tucson.
You go Vegas, right? You go Vegas to
Vegas
Phoenix?
didn't really ever have any place when we were there. I mean, it may have, but I don't think I've ever played in Vegas. And then you'd play Phoenix. We played here a couple times, and then you'd get into Albuquerque, right? You play Albuquerque. I think we played once down south in New Mexico, whatever that's called, not San Jose. I don't remember what it is. And then we would play at wherever Texas Tech. Is it Amarillo or I don't remember. there's 2 cities out there, Amarillo and something else. And there's like Texas Tech University, and we'd play at the university. And then nothing. It'd take you forever
For
to
a
get
long
home.
time.
It's like long dearth. It's Lubbock. Yeah, Lubbock.
Jen said she believes El Paso is closer to Phoenix than Houston is. Like, to El Paso.
Oh, by far. By far. I mean, because El Paso is under New Mexico. Yeah. Because El Paso is on the leg that goes under New Mexico. It's actually closer than Albuquerque, isn't it? Or no, I had to go through Albuquerque to get to El Paso. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you would have to go through Albuquerque.
Yeah, Lubbock. We play in Lubbock.
It is
Get your
also
guns up. I remember
it's
that. They used to say, get your guns up at like Texas Tech.
What the heck?
407.
407. Look at
It's
that.
12 hours from El Paso to
Heck
Houston.
yeah.
That's stupid, isn't it? Stupid. You explored the U.S. on Greyhound once? What in the world? Did somebody... Oh, because in Europe you have buses that are fun to ride. I gotcha. You'll never do that again in the U.S. We used to call that the dead dog bus.
Oh, Mike, I remember. Don't you worry. Thanks to you, Jason.
Las Cruces, New Mexico? No. The best part of the drive was like the first 3 hours of empty Texas roads where you could just zone out. If you're headed west from like the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and you headed west out towards like Amarillo or something, there's big spots where the only thing you see is fields, farming, rolling hills, and places that for some reason sell exotic animals. There are exotic animals that Texas has more of than any country in the world.
What the heck?
Like stuff you wouldn't believe, like water buffalo.
That's so wrong.
What?
I don't know if that's the case, but yeah, like tigers and leopards and jaguars and all that stuff, like more than Africa and South America, they have them in Texas. It's so
It
stupid.
makes me sad.
Now there's also windmills out there. Well, yeah, the big wind turbines.
What
All right,
up?
nerds. It is time to wish you a wonderful weekend.
We bid you adieu.
Jordan has quietly been building his rats
I
to a
think
level to which he can play them.
They're pretty cool.
They're still rats.
Hey, you know what? Don't hate on the rats.
The chittering hordes.
Else they hate on you.
It was obscure, but the first 3 EPs of the Bear season 1 were very heavily required
See,
the
I
viewer
put
to
stores.
be a Noma nerd, which is kind of in a
Silly
cool way. Oh, okay.
goose.
Oh, is that where he had worked?
I think
Supposedly?
Yeah.
Singular store.
Yeah, because he was like somewhere in Europe at a restaurant in the kitchen, and he felt like coming home was like a step down or something, or I don't remember.
Well,
I don't know.
it's
The first 3 episodes made me want to shoot people, so I didn't watch it anymore.
Good thing you never got to the Christmas episode. Did you hear about that episode?
Everybody says it's just a completely over the top, makes them feel bad, because like, oh my god,
His
family
mom-
arguing and nonsense.
It
I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear
yeah, his mom's wild.
about it.
His mom is
I
wild.
don't know.
All right, gang. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you have had a wonderful week and an even better weekend on tap. Remember, if you're new around here, please hit that follow button. We stream 5 days a week, Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time here in Phoenix, Arizona. We'd love to see you back. Check all the links that Shelby threw up in chat there. The MonumentHobbies.com store where you can buy all the Pro Acrylic brushes and paints that you've seen Jordan using all day. I haven't used anything. I haven't painted anything. But I've just been sitting here yapping, showing off fun new models. Fun new Age of Angra models. You can also buy the game that these are representative of, Age of Angra, over at themonumenthobbies.com. It's our first game release ever. Ben would love you. So help support Dino God Ben's cigar and cognac problem. And buy some Age of Angra. We'd love to see you back here, though. Have a wonderful weekend. Stick around. We're going to find somebody to raid. Show some love in the channel. It's free to drop a follow, so do so. You're amazing, Ben. Good to see you today. All right. Have a wonderful evening and better weekend. We'll see you on the flip side on Monday, gang. We're out of here.